Hello, this is Will Duxon, lead strategist at Narrow Gate Trading. It's Saturday, December 6th, 2025, and I'm back to follow up on last week's set and forget Forex trade strategy that works every time video. If you'll recall, I said that I plan to evaluate my market forecasts from last Friday, but after doing so, rather than record a video about it, I've decided to record a video illustrating what was the subsequent outcome instead, which is essentially summed up by the bar chart you see here. So then, let's talk about what's actually going on in this image. On the surface, it looks like a pretty standard trading chart with a couple of moving averages and moving average envelopes plotted on it. But what you're actually looking at is an example of what happens when every indicator, every setting, is precisely tuned to the exact temporal frequency of the chart within which it's operating. If that sounds a little abstract, let me explain it to you this way. The trading strategy you're looking at doesn't simply throw a number of standard indicators on the chart graph. Every element was parameter optimized to fit the system's specific anchor timeframe, which in this case, will not be shared for proprietary reasons and to protect intellectual property. Nonetheless, this means the behavior of each measure is synchronized with the actual rhythm of this timeframe's price oscillations. The result is near-perfect resonance between analytical structure and market motion, which I'm going to shade to help clarify what I'm talking about. When your tools and the market both operate in the same rhythm, noise gets cancelled out and the signal becomes crystal clear. You're no longer reacting to arbitrary marks, you are instead tracking the true directional bias that exists within the given domain. This is what I mean when I say you're gauging whether the asset is rising or falling in actual effect.
You're operating within the logical and mathematical physics of the specific time frame. Think of it this way: in physics, measurement always depends on the reference frame. View motion from the wrong frame, and movement appears distorted or even reversed. Trading works the same way. If your settings are tuned for one temporal scale, say 15 minutes, but you're analyzing an hourly chart, your reading becomes phase shifted. You think you're following price, but you're actually sampling out of sync. This system works because it's self-coherent. Its parameters are mathematically aligned with the cyclical and fractal rhythm of the active environment. Every boundary and trigger level functions like a harmonic detector, responding only to energy that belongs to that time frame. When price oscillates within its statistical envelope, decisions become nearly deterministic. Buy at the lower edge, sell near the upper, naturally following the flow of temporal physics. Generic settings, by contrast, produce mixed or contradictory signals. But when everything is time-calibrated, the sequence reveals structure and predictive stability. That's temporal coherence, the same principle that lets synchronized waveforms in sound or engineering create clarity instead of noise. So when you see a consistent run of profitable trades, it's not luck or data curve fitting. It's the mathematical outcome of synchronization, each measure tuned to the geometry and rhythm of its native time frame. This is why the system seems to see the market's true motion rather than a distorted version filtered through mismatched settings. It doesn't predict the future. It simply aligns with the frame in which the future is unfolding. Match your parameters to the physics of the time frame, and the market's randomness starts to disappear.